Welcome back, everybody. We are here again today speaking with Tiger, the creator of the Melanites Universe. And this time we are talking about the bombastic Hood. So we'll start off because Hood is actually in an existing story called Slaying the Hood. Now, we've talked about that story before in the Slave video. So now we're kind of coming full circle. So what is Hood's role in that story?
So Hood is on a hunt. Okay. So we come out on that story. He's out there hunting, and he sends a cast out after his prey. And that's what he does. You know, when he's on his vengeance tip, he pretty much hunts down certain people for certain reasons, and you know, he do his thing to them. But in that story there, between him and Slay, they had different reasons for hunting these two couples. And you know, for those who have had a chance to read it, one of the cast members, one of the shadow dogs, which is part of the cast, mother had committed, you know, a crime to her, as far as like she was being molested, and the mother walked in on her, didn't say nothing, walked out, and she seen her mother, you know, do that. And she ended up taking her life, but she was raped by her mother's boyfriend. So she ended up taking her own life, but she had 2 babies. And her spirit just couldn't move to the next realm, so she was still tormented. So, you know, by her being part of the cast, that caused her to have to go hunt her victim, which was the male character in the story. And after they vengeance, then she was able to eat the heart going on to the afterlife. So that story there pretty much working in a way that Hood's power, you know, and his purpose, it pretty much displays that.
Awesome. So now you talked about one of the cast, the dogs that Hood has with him. That kind of reflects the fact that he's a mix of DMX and Anubis. Now, talk about Anubis a little bit for those who don't know about him a lot and his role in the afterlife.
So Anubis is a comedic deity, which has a job of taking a person who just entered into, you know, a death stage or into the, you know, spirit world. He takes them from this world to get like processed, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so what we do is he'll take the person that died, and they'll take the heart of that person and put it on the scale of Ma'at, and they'll weigh it against a feather of Ma'at. And if the heart is heavier than the feather, then that person's heart gets fed to this beast called the Emmet. And the beast to eat the heart, and you'll get like recycled back into the physical world, you know what I'm saying? But if your heart is lighter than a feather, then you go to his brother Haru, and he'll take you to Asar, and there you'll get judged, you know, by the Council of 12, and they'll judge you, and then you go to that next level. So that was the mythology that they had. And Anubis is a jackal-headed deity. And so I looked at him as like, you know, he's a dog. And then I got DMX, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, DMX was Dark Man X, you know what I'm saying? He loved dogs. And I saw like, man, pair both of them together and I'll create the Hood. And so part of the Hood, hey, he you know, he's just been a tormented soul. And when he comes into this world, he goes through a lot of pain and suffering. And, you know, it makes him to be what he is. He's kind of rough around the edges. You know, there's a lot of DMX's ways that this character display, you know what I'm saying? Which are part of the character I think that we all, you know, love. about X, what made him, unique. And so this is the character that's made, kind of represent him as well.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you for that. Now, what I really want to know is, what is the cast? You mentioned that word a couple of times. What is the cast?
So the cast is like they're souls that haven't transferred over to the next realm. Okay, so they've been done unjustly, and they can't transfer over. And see, one of the things that with Hud, he can talk to the dead, and he'll be diagnosed as a schizophrenic, by definition, because he hear voices, but the voices that he connect with are the dead, and he can tell barely any difference between a living person and a dead person as far as hearing the voices. And he reacts off of when he gets too tormented, the voice manifests into part of the cast, like a dog. And they run in a pack and they go attack whoever they hunt. You know what I'm saying? He has two particular dogs that's always with him. One name is Anubis, which is a Kemetic name for Anubis, and the other one is Amit, which is kind of representing the beast Amit that he feeds the heart to, and also Emmett Till. And I got the inspiration of the cast from Emmett Till, because I was like, man, what if, the way that he was killed, like, what if he came back, like, wanted vengeance or something, like, you know what I'm saying? And the Hood can, connect with him, and, and of course, nobody's there to have no vengeance on, but still, I think because of the wordplay and the name, that's a good representation, and they also keep Emmett Till name still, spoken.
That's what's up. All right, that's knowledge right there. Thank you for that. So when Hud fights, I notice he has a pitchfork that he uses. What is the pitchfork that Hud carries?
So, like a couple of my other characters, I keep a gang element into the storyline as well. And one of the gangs that's popular, is GDs, you know what I'm saying? And one of their symbols is a pitchfork, You'll notice that Hood has the black bandana, and that's pretty much what is representing the gang tie. And like I said, one of their symbols is the pitchfork. So I just felt like, and it makes them look a little demonic, like a demon with a pitchfork. It all plays into that. So I felt like that's something cool. It's made out of it's made out of gold, but for them, gold is like transmetal, which it can change shape, height or whatever. So you can kind of keep it compact, pull it out, and it transforms or morph or whatever too. So that's what the pitchfork is for. And also, he used it to conduct lightning. I didn't want to make like a straight lightning character, because we got a lot of lightning characters out there. But at least I said, well, I'll give it to him because it makes sense of his power set. His power set really wind, air, wind. Like the deity Shu, which is a deity of air. He has that, and he also has a darkness power. Like he can manipulate darkness. So I felt like that'll make him kind of a little bit unique. But the lightning, being able to conduct electricity or lightning with that trident or pitchfork is what he do.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what, speaking of that, let's get into a more detailed discussion of Hud's powers. Exactly what are Hud's powers?
So, yeah. So like I mentioned, Shu, which is the wind. So he's able to control, manipulate, and, wind and air. And he can take hot and cold air, bring them together, which, can make static electricity or whatever. He just don't have real good accuracy with it. But what he normally do is he'll charge up that trident when he's, striking in, kind of like what he did to on the comic, where he what name did we get? I got Robert. I think it was like R. Kelly shit. We did that because of R. Kelly, right? Like way back then. Wasn't really thinking about what he got locked up for now, but it's kind of crazy, huh? But so yeah, this guy who looks like R. Kelly, he gets busted and fried by the Trident. You know what I'm saying? Just zapped his ass. And that's what he does, you know, and it pretty much when he use it, you know, it'll leave like the victim's heart right there on the Trident, you know. And he feeds that to the dogs.
Vicious. Awesome. Well, I sure appreciate that insight into Hud's powers. Any other insights into Hud before we go?
I can't do too many spoilers, you know what I'm saying? We gotta keep some of this on the wrap. We gotta be paid for, you know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So don't worry, y'all. You will see more of Hud and the other Melanites in the forthcoming Melanites #1. To keep up on the news on that, go to the link below and get on the email list. Until next time, holla.
Peace, 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 peace.